Alright, y'all should be able to hear me. Everything should be good to go. Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Hurricane Watcher is here with we'll be doing a live stream here on the catastrophic landfall here of Hurricane Idalia. As of the latest update, winds are about maximum sustained winds or at about 130 miles an hour. Air pressure was measured at 942 millibars by aircraft reconnaissance. Here's a hurricane right here. We're going to just loop this so you have an idea of kind of what we're looking at. There are multiple storm chasers down in this area. I'm only curious about another thing here. Just curious to see what the wave heights are down here. There was a buoy live down here. Oh, it's way down here. I thought it was up here. Never mind. So how high are the waves? Because it did pass right over it almost directly. So wave heights, water temperature still 85 degrees. It told me wave heights the other day. Well, other day meaning yesterday, last night. So that's kind of what we're looking at with this storm. 130 miles an hour. That's kind of where we're at right now. Storm surge expected to be 10 to 16 feet. It's expected to be unfortunately, expected to be a catastrophic landfall. There are multiple storm chasers down here. As you can see, I don't want to get in trouble for streaming this on my YouTube channel because that is copyright. So that's kind of what we're looking at here with these. With this storm down here, we have multiple storm chasers down here in this area right now. There will be multiple. There was a tornado warning over here because just the little bits of wind shear, the friction of the atmosphere, just enough to spin up a quick tornado. Continually bringing this heavy stream of rain into Florida, Hermosa Springs, Spring Hill, Williston, Gainesville, Lake City, Live Oak. So we're looking at that. A very strong wind, still well just off the coast of Florida right now. So that's kind of what we're waiting on. You can kind of see this is the resolution or velocity. That's the eye right there. Again, if anyone has any comments, questions, concerns, feel free to ask. This is the live. We're doing a live stream of this storm as it is making landfall. I don't think I can show any of these people here just because I think that is their own stream. Made myself some good old coffee. Happy about that. But I do want to be relatively quiet this morning since people are still asleep. That's sort of what we're looking at right here with all this right here. If you take a look at the satellite, it's very, very blurry. It's just nothing but, it's really pixelated. I wish it was more high resolution. Evidently not. Generally, that's where the eye is at. If we take a look here over the past several hours, you can see the entire development of this tropical system. As this will be making landfall the next couple of hours or so. Again, an eye did develop, but there's so much convection, it's kind of just strengthening more. Look at all that deep thunderstorm convection with this hurricane right here. We can even look at over 250 frames. See quite a bit of its lifespan right here. But again, winds are about a good 100 and maximum sustained winds are around 130 miles an hour, 942 millibars. This is going to be a catastrophic landfall with this landfalling system. We're just waiting just momentarily over the next few hours or so of this making landfall. This will be indeed a catastrophe. Storm surge again 10 to 16 feet. Especially on the side where the wind is moving, is on the windy side. just east of the eye, where the water will be pushed onshore. It will be absolutely catastrophic for that area, but all areas will be seeing some storm surge. Even Tampa, that onshore flow right in this area here. I'm gonna have to put on I guess I can do MMRS right about this area where we are seeing sort of like this, kind of some funneling into this area. And so we are seeing some storm surge in the Tampa area, but specifically right here, I can't make an arrow. Why can't I? Why is that happening? I can't draw an arrow. Specifically when this comes onshore, you're gonna have extremely strong winds pushing that water into that area. 130 mile an hour winds, just pushing that water in there, and that's what's gonna cause a 10 to 16 foot storm surge. And vice versa here, we're gonna have the storm surge moving away. Generally, it's still gonna have swells and still gonna do some storm surge in this area. From Appalachia, from here, or really even down to Cape Coral, there's probably some storm surge in this area. Not a whole lot, but there's still, probably at 1 to 3 feet. But as this storm gets closer, it really begins ramping up, which I think is happening right now prior to landfall. So that's what we're looking at with the hurricane right now. Very, very powerful, very, very strong winds, very, very small eye there, as you can see. We're going to go from MMRS straight to single site radar, and go from high resolution velocity straight into reflectivity. There's the eye. It is developing. It is getting its act back together. It's going to, I think, really try to ramp up and strengthen very quickly right before landfall. Alright, let's take a look at some. I do want to see if we can take a look at some of the webcams. Now this is off farther off to the west here in Apalachicola, over in this area. This is what the conditions and looking like in physically can't move this over. There we go. So these are what the current conditions are looking like here in Apalachicola. Pretty gusty winds, pretty strong. That's lots of heavy rain. Very, very moderate to heavy rain in that area. Gusty winds again upwards. Probably easily hurricane force wind gusts here. You know what? That's fine. I have other things I'm worried about. And I do want to actually take a little bit a look at the conditions. Apalachicola, so we are having 20 mile an hour winds gusting to 30, 38, 40 miles an hour. So we are seeing tropical storm force winds there. Over here we are seeing also tropical storm force winds. Here, tropical storm force, or rather tropical storm force wind gusts. I'm not seeing any hurricane force wind gusts or even tropical storm force wind speeds. I'm very, very confident that these winds are going to rapidly ramp up right as this is making landfall. But I do think that we do have strong winds all around the core, mainly on the west side where we're seeing more of that heavier rain. This is just, say, an hour or so really away from landfall right now. We're going to continue to see the water rise up as the storm approaches. We are on a full moon, so we do have high tide. And this is going to be the worst time for storm surge to be happening for a hurricane, because we're going to have high tide, so we're going to have much bigger storm surge. Okay, everything's even good. It just says, good. So I do think that that's certainly a problem. The high tide accompanied with the high surge, that's going to cause a lot of inundation in these areas. Really, I would really say anywhere in this area, there's going to be a lot of intense storm surge, roughly. Dangerous storm surge in that area. This entire portion of the area is going to be absolutely impacted by this hurricane. Very, very powerful winds. Hurricane force winds, obviously. We're going to be dealing with tornadoes. We've been watching and monitoring a tornado, or I've been monitoring a couple tornadoes this morning. But all those warnings have been canceled. As the storm makes its way north, there are tropical hurricane warnings into Georgia, and tropical storm warnings as far north as Charleston. As far north. Oh wow, tropical storm warnings. These are hurricane watches, right? Or not tropical storm watches. Tropical storm warnings all the way into North Carolina. Depending on how strong this is and how long it remains as strong as it is now, depending on how far it's going to go, we could see hurricane warnings even adjusted into South Carolina. So this is going to be a very, very dangerous hurricane. Winds, again, 130 miles an hour right now. I do want to go over here momentarily and take a look and see what we have with so I see travel tidbits and see what they have with the aircraft reconnaissance. Nothing too crazy. I'm not seeing too much. Still seeing some very intense winds there, 130 miles an hour. Air pressure continues to drop as they continue to monitor this. This is approaching landfall shortly. I hate it when it does this. I gotta bring it away. There we go. Gotta kind of push it over there. It's weird. So again, here is the latest with Hurricane Idalia. That's way too far zoomed out. So there it is. Just still trying to poke that eye out. Here, about an hour or so away from landfall, I believe. And the worst of the weather is about to occur here shortly. Very, very heavy wind. Very, very heavy, strong, gusty winds with this. Conditions are quickly deteriorating with this storm. Alright, let's see. I'm going to look at the traffic camera, see if we have anything particularly this is the Appalachian Bay, and again, no hurricane of 130 miles an hour. This is going to be the strongest hurricane to make landfall in this part of Florida on record. Nothing has ever been seen this strong. There's nothing really right along the coast, which is generally what I'm looking for, but this is what we're seeing here. Again, the winds aren't super duper bad right now. There's not a lot of strong winds right now, but the winds are starting to pick up, as you can see here. Very early morning, 6:27 a.m. there. I really woke up at like 4 a.m. I was like, damn, I'm tired. I should probably do a stream. But you can easily see those winds just blowing down the street right there. Probably tropical storm force wind gusts. 35 mile an hour winds, gusts probably upwards of 40 miles per hour at least. I don't even know where this is, but okay. This is in Cross City. Nice, like right here. Nothing. I don't want a single camera. What are you talking about? Yeah, that's what I thought. So, can't see too much here. Like, quite literally. They need to have more traffic cameras on the coast. Just for this reason. That's it. Take a look. Nothing too exciting there. This is kind of what we're looking at right now. We're just really waiting for the activity of the weather to just ramp right on up. Maybe later on when it gets up into this area, this will be a little bit more interesting. But, God, it's such a terrible view. The wire, the cable's in the way. Why can't you not just click away from it and it goes away? If we take a look at this, so it's just moving right in that area, and wind's gusting to about 38 or so miles an hour. Oh fudge, that's not what I meant. I was trying to just take a look at. Just trying to figure out what we got going on here. So that's what we're looking at right now. 130, 135, 130 miles an hour on landfall. This will be happening in a couple of hours. Okay, let's look at the stream, see if there's any questions. No. Also, I am very tired still, so I just still waking up. So that's kind of what we're looking at right now. Again, 130 miles an hour storm surge is just going to get significantly worse. The more questions y'all post in the chat, the more interesting the stream will get. Areas that will, again, be affected. So obviously, Florida, already affecting right now in Georgia. I'm actually going to put on the overlay here so we can have an idea of areas that it's going to affect. So again, that's the tropical storm force wind field. Good lord, that's giant wind field it looks like. So again, here's the latest update at 942 millibars, 130 miles an hour. I'm sure the wind gusts are above 0 miles an hour. I'm sure of it. Moving right in this general area. So again, 942 millibars, very, very powerful hurricane here, as you can see. Just gonna kind of move out and dance and move away. And there's the hurricane right here. We are just waiting for any more interesting information coming out. Really, they need to have weather stations right along the coastline. But there it is. There's the hurricane. There's the Eyewall. It does appear to be becoming more well developed. And I do think this should be its peak of 130 miles an hour. So it does appear that we do have a tornado warning. I need to like turn a lot of these layers off because I'm going to get confused between what I'm even looking at. There it is, way up here. Okay. So there's our tornado warning. Let's take a look and see what we got here with velocity. There it is. You can see a little bit of spin there in the atmosphere. Not a whole lot. Wind speeds, this is going to be a little bit higher up. Nothing. All the way at 0 miles an hour. That's an error. That's a glitch. It's not 70 miles an hour based on this entire area. Probably 35 to 40 mile an hour wind in this area. This is a little bit of spin in the atmosphere right here. Heavy wind, heavy rain, I should say, is generally associated with this. Is generally associated with these systems. I do not think that this is going anywhere near, no weather stations really. This is Nahuta. So we do protect. There could be a little bit of hail, upwards of 3/4 of an inch. Radar indicated rotation is expire in about 30 minutes. A tornado warning remains in effect until 7 a.m. Eastern time. Well, that's like 25 more minutes, yeah. Radar indicated rotation. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes could be damaged or even destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur, and tree damage is also very likely. The dangerous storm will be near Blackshear around 6:50 a.m. Eastern time. So there's Blackshear. Here's the storm. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. Sure. You can see, if you look, you can kind of just see, does this expire? There you go, it just expired, just fell apart. That was the storm that we were monitoring and watching. That's no wonder it takes so long. I have like way too many freaking frames here. But we do still believe we have spin with this system. Not a whole lot, but a little bit of spin, and I do think that this storm could still produce some gusty winds, 35 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts at least, as it makes its way farther up to the north and to the west. Northwest, Patterson, Blackshear, that area. A little bit of there's a little bit of wind, a little bit of wind shear, so there's a little bit of some wind shear, which is allowing the storms to kind of flare up and a little bit of spin up, which can result in funnel clouds and oftentimes tornadoes. I'll just double check, which shows no. There's one tornado warning. Take me to it. So we do have another tornado warning down here, and a lot of these, because of these outer bands, these tornado warnings are generally going to be very, very quick. They're not going to be long track. They're going to be relatively weak. 50, 60 mile an hour wind with these tornadoes. They're going to be short-lived. We're not going to see 1.5 mile wide, 230 mile an hour tornadoes stretching across Orlando, Florida to Jacksonville. That's not going to happen. The conditions, that would never happen, okay? If anything, maybe 60, 70 mile an hour tornadoes lasting at tops 5-6 minutes. Very quick, very short-lived, very fast. They spin up very quickly, and they can do significant damage, especially if you live in a mobile home. They can do damage to roofs, trees, siding. Trees can come down because especially the ground is very wet for longer periods of time. The problem with that is going to be the ground is saturated, the ground is very, very soft, so it may only take a 60, 70 mile an hour strong wind gust to knock a tree over, and so on and so forth. And again, feel free if you have any questions and concerns, or even if you'd like to let us know what your forecast is, feel free to ask, or just let us know what you think about this hurricane. This is what we're looking at with this tornado. I do want to talk a little bit about this. Again, 3/4 of an inch hail is possible. This is in the Ruskin area. So for the northwestern Highlands County in south central Florida, eastern Hard County in central Florida, and south central Polk County in central Florida until 6:45 p.m. Eastern time. So again, it was moving at around 45 miles an hour. So this storm will be near Avon Park near 6:30 in the morning. And other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Crooked Lake Park, Cruiseville, Frostproof, Sweetwater, and Avon Park Executive Airport. So this has been radar indicated rotation. That's the tornado warnings, 72 hurricane warnings, 19 surge warnings, 161 tropical storm warnings. There's nothing but tropical weather alerts right now across the entire nation, with the exception of this one tornado warning. So you can also see this. And if you are curious, you can also go to the National Weather Service /gov, and you can type in your zip code, the town that you live in, the city that you live in, or anything. If you know your zip code or your town that you live in, you put that in, and it'll immediately bring up the forecast, any watches, warnings, alerts for your area, right then and there. If you live in the continental United States or any of the territories of the United States. Guam, I think the Mariana Islands, obviously Hawaii, well, that's the state. I forgot that for like a split second. And Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, and that area. I want to take a look here at the velocity. It looks like there's a little bit of spin. Nothing too crazy. Can I see a little bit of wind down here? 20, 30 mile an hour winds, maybe. So generally this storm is overall not a super powerful system, but we'll certainly So that's what we got with this tornado warning, and I do expect these to just kind of pop up through the rest of through today and the next couple hours. All right, looks like it's approaching landfall here momentarily and shortly. God, these cameras are so blurry. I'm just looking for some sort of a camera to make this stream that much more interesting. But dude, there's like not even 720p. It's like 320. Maybe 300. At best 300. You know, it's just, the storm is going to be very intense. It's going to be bad. It's going to be, unfortunately, a catastrophe. Oh, actually, I don't have this on the right radar. That's why I was a little bit confused. There we go. Actually look at some of these winds here, 100 miles an hour. Man, I'm curious. Just imagine being down here during this. Terrifying stuff. Absolutely terrifying. Idalia rapidly intensifying. Why am I just not getting this? This has been a Category 4 for the past hour or two. Yeah, that's what I want to know. Why am I just not getting this alert that it's a Category 4? I know it's a Category 4. Yeah. I'm going to see what they have here with aircraft reconnaissance. That's funny. That's strange. Yeah, it says Idalia. Yeah, it's 9. Oh, okay. It was just an update to the hurricane warning area. Flash flooding is also going to be a threat, but a lot of this flash flooding is along the coast is going to be caused by the catastrophic storm surge, 12 to 16 foot storm surge in these areas. We are momentarily thinking about landfall could happen in just around an hour, 30 minutes to an hour or so. Is generally likely with this right now. Rainfall is going to be a big threat. Very, very heavy rainfall just right off the coast. Dealing with 10, 15 inches of rain. Heavy rain through, looks like Charleston, South Carolina, Savannah, the coastal cities may only see really 2 to 4 inches of rain. But I think that the areas farther inland will see significantly more rain, where the center of the storm will pass over, where we could see those winds being in excess of winds where we could see rainfall totals 4 to 6 inches of rain in some areas. Let's see. So there are extreme wind warnings now in effect for the Big Bend region of Florida. And extreme wind warnings basically mean there are winds, I think, in excess of 120 miles an hour. This only happens with catastrophic hurricanes like this one. Oh wow, 0 miles an hour, not even 1. Okay. Yeah, I definitely believe that. They need more weather stations. Ugh. That's truly what they need. Definitely more weather stations. There it is. I honestly think it looks like an Eyewall replacement cycle is happening as the center of the storm is approaching landfall shortly. Right. Alright. So the Eyewall replacement cycle is currently happening, but it will not finish in time, so this is definitely going to be the time where it's at its peak, where it is at its strongest. If this had, 5 hours or so, 4 or 5 hours or so before landfall, then it would have a much better chance of finishing the Eyewall replacement cycle and strengthening, and then we may be dealing with 140 miles an hour landfall. But it looks like it is at its peak, Sometimes it weakens a little bit, so I certainly think that this is at its peak. 130 miles an hour is as bad as it's going to be, which is more than bad enough. This is catastrophic at this point because of the storm surge, because we're at a high tide. So this is more than bad enough. Let's see what we got here. Got that one. Okay, we got so much failures here now. I'm starting to get a lot of failures here. Show video. There we go. So what he does up here that we are seeing some pretty strong gusty winds in this area right now. That's what we're looking at right here. Surprised the power hasn't gone out yet. This is currently what we're looking at right now. This is in Perry on Jefferson Street. Very gusty winds in the outer Eyewall approaching that area. Definitely hurricane force winds. More than likely. If not, at least 60 to 70 mile an hour winds. Definitely hurricane force wind gusts. You can certainly see the camera shaking quite a bit. Pretty strong winds in this area. But certainly gusty winds. Alright. Okay. Let's just hit overlay the radar so we have an idea. So you can see there's the eye of the hurricane. Curious about here across city, what we got going on here across city. Also pretty gusty in this area too. I think it's gonna move almost directly right over Perry over the next several hours. That could certainly be a problem. 100% for sure. Yeah, that's a great view right there. You can see it all. There's water on the lens, and so that's why it looks very blurry, and I don't know how to explain that. Looks watery. Not seeing too much. I forgot I have to click on the X. And then we'll see what we got with this, and then we'll probably go back over to Perry and talk a little bit about the conditions over there, as those conditions are probably going to be falling apart rather quickly. Huh. No rain. It just looks like a cloudy morning. Like, seriously, if you didn't know there was a hurricane, okay, never mind. There he goes. No, okay, maybe it was just a glitch. I was gonna say, it just looks like a cloudy morning. What's going on here? It's just glitching. That's why. Could be some power problems, or even some internet problems. But there you go. You can see the winds kind of blowing the rain around. No super duper crazy blinding 130, 120, 30 mile an hour winds right now. But I think those hurricane force winds are probably going to occur. Nothing in Teenville. Honestly, Perry seems to be our best bet right now. This is what it's looking like in Perry. Why? Just stay still. Camera, quit moving around. As you can see, very strong and gusty winds. This is on Foley Street there in Perry. Kind of see the trees out here moving around quite a bit. And again, I think these winds are going to continue to get stronger through time. We just kind of look at a lot of these cameras. This one seemed to be good. If it would load. This one is on Jefferson Street. I'm actually gonna pull up a weather data here in Foley. Is it Foley? No. Perry. No, I just. Oh yeah, 50 to 70 mile an hour winds are possible. Weather. Let me look at go to windy.com. I might actually be able to pull up some weather stations. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, winds could be gusting. Oh, these are knots, up to 68 knots, so pretty intense. Oh. Well, that's looking blurry. Might have to change that here momentarily because that's not looking very good. Give me just a second. God, I wanna. Inches, feet, inches. There you go. So we can see, oh, the winds are gusting there in Perry, upwards of 41 miles per hour. Not getting too much good, interesting stuff here. There's a couple good cameras here in Perry. Not too much wind right now. Oh wow. I don't know if that was lightning or a power flash. That was interesting. The new National Hurricane Center just came out. Let's take a look at it and let me explain what's going on. It's probably the exact same, to be fair. So, fortunately, it has weakened down to a Category 3 hurricane. Air pressure is 947 millibars. Catastrophic storm surge and destructive winds coming in the Florida Big Bend region as of 7 a.m. Aircraft reconnaissance, Air Force Hunter aircraft data indicate the Eyewall replacement cycle has begun. We have already we could already guessed that was happening. Idalia's maximum sustained winds have weakened, fortunately, to 125 miles an hour with higher gusts. The change in wind speed does not diminish the threat of catastrophic storm surge and damaging winds. The estimated minimum pressure indicated by Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunter aircraft is 947 millibars. Wow. A NOAA National Ocean Service tide gauge at Cedar Key, Florida, recently reported a water level of 5.2 feet above mean higher high water, which is an approximation of inundation in that area. So it's currently moving to the north at 18 miles an hour. Minimum air pressure 947, 125 miles an hour. A little bit of weakening, but that is not going to change the fact that we are still dealing with a catastrophic hurricane here. What we got going on here. Cold. Freezing. Wow, gusty winds there. I don't actually have no idea if y'all can hear this or not. I can't even hear it. Ain't no way y'all can hear it. Nothing to hear. It'd be nothing but the sound of wind. That's what we're looking at right now, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty strong winds. Those winds are going to certainly just continue to pick up. Is that the sheriff? I don't know. I cannot read it. It was too blurry. It's too many have his lights on to kind of, I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Really interesting if we were able to, intercept these hurricanes right now. That'd be pretty cool. Have our own, hurricane chasing vehicle. Well, it would be a hurricane research vehicle. Or researching hurricanes, we're not chasing them. You don't chase them. That's not what you're supposed to do. But it'd be cool. I want to have like a big 20,000 pound vehicle. About 3-6 inches of armored plating, stuff like that. I want to have like cameras all the way around the vehicle. We could angle video from every angle. That'd be pretty cool. Hey, but right now this is the best we got. Radar Omega right now does not have any cameras. I'm gonna actually check, minimize this, double check. They do, but they're like of storm chasers, and I think that's like their actual live stream. I'm gonna see if I can go down here. Yeah, these are like of streamers. Well, I'm trying to click on. I mean, it's of the streamer, and I could stream this, but I could probably get in a lot of trouble for doing that. And I do not want to get copy strikes or stuff. But I mean, it says they're like thingy right here, so I don't know if I'd be giving them credit to Brandon. I don't want to take that chance. I don't want to lose my job, my channel. I don't know if there's a way to. I want to see, but I mean, I feel like it automatically put cameras up all over the entire nation automatically. There's not a specific button just for cameras. I don't believe so. No. I just don't simply think I can just stream their stuff on my. Logically, that just doesn't make any sense for me to be able to do that. So to answer y'all's question, no. I don't have any cameras that I can actually use through Radar Omega. Now, if somebody knows if I am allowed to use their thing, that would be nice to know. But no, I logically no, I don't think I'm allowed to use their stuff. But radar wise, that's what we got going on there. Where's this guy? They're moving. They are on a move. I'm getting so much trouble. I'm so nervous now. Alright, I'm gonna need to get more coffee pretty soon because I'm getting tired again. don't know if I can show anything through Twitter. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Mark said at the Cedar Key at 5:03 a.m. just before the power went out, and we couldn't see any more from the remote cam. Turn that all the way down. Wow. Oh, wow, that's incredible. I wonder whose car that is. I think they've just given up at that point. It's a Cadillac. That is absolutely impressive. How do I forward a tweet to somebody? God, I feel like an old person. You know? Can I forward this? Shit. God, I don't know. Well, I'll worry about that later. Mark Sudduth posted a video on his Twitter showing that the storm surge at Cedar Key. I don't even know where Cedar Key is at. It sounds like you're right along the coast. Right down here somewhere? Oh, it's right there. Okay, I see. Would be nice to know if there were cameras on there. That'd be great, right? That'd be wonderful. And then I need to open this again. Bring this back into view. Winds are gusting. Very strong winds there. I'm gonna bring back this once again. Just show y'all the winds here in this area. Oh man. I'm tired as hell. That's incredible. Look at the whole camera shaking and everything. So, I want to actually go to the one south of Perry first. Then, oh no. Well, what happened? I think it's out. I don't think it's no longer live anymore. I don't know what I'm doing, I'll be honest. No idea. Just click refresh. There we go. I think it's out. I don't. Oh. Maybe let's try this again. Try to get some kind of hopefully get a video up there. There it is. This is on Foley Road. A very, very strong winds gusting there. This is approaching the Eyewall here shortly. Look at those trees over there, just absolutely being whipped around right now. Okay, I got a good connection. No! Not the buffering, not the painful buffering. No, no, no. This could be a bit of a problem right now. Look at all those cameras up there. Lord, we got loads of cameras up here waiting for the view. Oh wow, that actually looks kind of scary. All the trees coming down. That there could be some trees coming down if this is actually what the road's looking like. So many cameras, like, God damn. Fuck. Let's try this again and see if I can get. No, I want it to work. Alright, we'll go to this one up here. God, I keep doing that. Clicking on the image thinking that automatically plays a video. It's kind of what I do when I'm on YouTube. Oh yeah, like that's any better. We're getting. If this could clear up, that would be great. It does not appear to be happening. I'm not about to subject y'all to this. Let's try this one again. I doubt it's gonna work. Yes. Don't touch it and nothing will happen, right? I'm gonna go try to make more coffee. Please don't let anything bad happen. I need more coffee desperately. Video's still going, I doubt it. Oh, look at that, it's still going. Except it's buffering. Which is just as bad as it not going at all, because the video quite literally is not going anywhere. This is the worst part about looking for cameras and not having your own team. Well, not having your own way of actually driving into these, because, you know. There we go. Wow, look at these winds. Category 3, Category 4, it's only a 5 mile an hour difference. You're generally going to see similar to almost the exact same kind of stuff here. Access, go to media, going to click on this. Oh, there we go. Copy link. I'm going to send it to my Discord. Well, very strong winds here, and fully very strong and gusty. Backwards. Wow, absolutely impressive. Just a really incredibly strong winds here. I really want this one to work. This one's getting hit by the Eyewall. Alright, not this one. This one too, but I'm here. What about this camera? They're all generally in the same area, so they should all be seeing similar conditions. Relatively speaking, they pretty much are all seeing similar conditions. Very strong gusty winds. Wow, look at those winds. And this camera's out and down again. Dark mode, I don't know why, but I like dark mode better. Just keep it on this. Well, I keep it on some of these. There you go. There's the wind. Okay, I think that was a power flash. For sure, it was extremely bright. Incredibly bright, honestly. Okay, I do want to show we are getting some video, some pictures of this is I think this is where let's take Clearwater. Yeah, this is Clearwater, Florida. Some of these I can't show, but are pictures that we are seeing that are absolutely incredible of the storm surge in the area. Oh, this must be on YouTube. Gosh darn it. I wish I was like all these other YouTubers where they have some absolutely incredible video and stuff. I'll just do this. I think the storm regional leaders say the hurricane should have made landfall if it hasn't already. Very, very soon we should get an update saying that the hurricane has made landfall. That's pretty cool. That's pretty impressive. I can't. Wow, that's incredible. And then that one, and then I can also show this one here. So this is Clearwater, lots of flooding. This is obviously storm surge in that area. This is X, aka Twitter. And they are showing there is now an extreme wind warning in effect for Perry, Florida, Cross City, Florida, Mayo, Florida until 10:45. I can't read clearly. 10:15 a.m. for extremely dangerous hurricane force winds. Treat these imminent extreme winds as if a tornado was approaching, and move immediately to an interior room or shelter now. National Weather Service, Tallahassee. Try one more time. Damn. This is such a good camera too, it's perfect. Oh wow, downed trees are now reported in this area where we are seeing the strongest of the winds. Damn, so many of this, I can't just show y'all this. I want to say it to my own, but I can't do that. I'm not allowed to do that. And I wouldn't want anyone doing that with me either. So I kind of understand where they're coming from. We have reason to believe that the hurricane has made landfall. Lord, wow, Retamer has 14,000 people watching. And that's the stream. He's gonna have like over 100,000 views. Yeah, easy over 100,000 views. Oh wow, he gets a lot of views. That was the most popular video, had over 30 million views. That's honestly impressive. So that's what we're looking at here with Perry. In Perry, strong gusty winds, and this is only going to get stronger and worse over time. For the next hour or so, I believe 8:30 we could see blinding wind and blinding rain, blinding whiteout conditions. Please work. Gosh darn it. I actually try to refresh this and see if this helps any. I have to think about where this was at. No. It's a decent shot. Not the best, but a decent. Or is this camera out too? That camera is out too. Cameras are just going out left and right. So I'll just stick with this one. This seems to be the one that's going to give us the best shot. Well, as I say that now, it can't be loaded. Oh, the frustration continues. Oh, man. Come on, man. Show video. Nothing. Show video. That's weird. Why does it just look... Okay, well, trees are moving a little bit, I guess. Wow, flooding in Tampa is just honestly even worse than I was expecting it to be. Why not? God, it's so frustrating. It's like I need this to like work. Okay, can that happen? I need this to work. Like right now. That would be amazing. Of course, oh my God. Bruh. And then, I don't know why all these images we're getting are hella blurry, but it is kind of bothering me how blurry they are. Something I can do about it, but like, we're gonna take a picture, make sure it's clear and focused. And horizontal, not vertical. Horizontal would be generally better, but okay. But that's the flooding that we're the flooding we're seeing there in Tampa. Cut the storm surge. Oh. Literally half these cameras don't even work. Like this one, it don't even work. It just doesn't. Guess I'll just keep on this one because God, I'm so fucking tired. I've been up since 4 this morning watching the storm. I'll probably go back to sleep. I don't know when that would be though. Yeah, the hurricane is just moments away from making landfall. It looks like the eye is already calling to shore from satellite imagery. At least that's what it looks like. God, I have no idea. I'm so tired. I mean, I know why I am as tired as I am. I'm just this sleepy. God, I really wish this one would work. This would be great. This one is out. And we now have 3 cameras are now out. Three or 4 cameras are now, I guess you can say, out. Now we're down to just these 2. Wait till this one goes out there, because it's quite literally doesn't seem like there's anything even going on over here. I mean, there's a little bit. We got more, y'all. We got more. And then this is what it's looking like here in St. Petersburg, Florida. There you go. Look at that storm surge, and this isn't even where the eye is making. This isn't even the worst of it in Florida. Worst of it's going to be right as those 125, 130 mile an hour winds push that water ashore. Oh. So, obviously, several feet of storm surge inundation is occurring. One, 2, 3. I still can't believe this one's out too. I'm just like, what the hell, bro? And again, if we have to, I guess we can look farther up north once that hurricane, because the hurricane's coming this direction, so. Well, we should be getting an update here shortly and momentarily. Look at the southernmost paracameras. Okay. Wow. Okay, gonna go back to... Wow. Okay. So the hurricane, the eye of the hurricane is coming ashore and impacting this part of Perry right now. We're just waiting and watching it closely right now. Just waiting for the update from the National Hurricane Center to see if we have, if it has made landfall yet. This will happen momentarily. Wow, in Cedar Key, the wave just coming right on over like nothing. Like it is nothing at all. Oh, I earn triple points if I order online. That's for Whataburger though, obviously. It's really not a lot to talk about. Just sit there and watch. Because I've already, we all know what's happening. There's, 12, 16-foot storm surge, 130, 125 mile an hour sustained winds. Just watching everything happening right now. I don't have anything to say. It's just a watching game, really. is texting me? Well, what do they want? Hurricane Track, I think they do pretty incredible stuff. Alright, it is official. We have landfall at 6:46 a.m. Central Time. Wow. How do you get... do you have it now? Well, okay. I was off by 1 minute. Extremely dangerous Category 3 Hurricane Idalia makes landfall in the Florida Big Bend area as of 7:45 a.m. 125. Wow, air pressure really just skyrocketed to 949 millibars. We have landfall. This is just the beginning of it all. And okay, it is official, ladies and gentlemen. We do have landfall of the hurricane. Winds are 125 miles per hour. It was just a matter of time until that happened. There we go. Oh yeah, my bit rate's really high at 6,000. Although I don't know how to change that. I'll just leave it how it is. I'm not gonna try to mess with it or anything. I don't know how to change it or anything. I don't know if it's a format or I'll have to, when I end the stream later today, I'll have to go in and figure some stuff out. Do some learning. It's a learning game. We do have landfall of the hurricane now, 125 miles an hour. These cameras will more than likely go offline. I'm really excited for when HurricaneTrack.com releases, because we're going to have 2021, which had Ida, and then we have 2022, which had Ian, and 2023, which had Idalia. Is that how you pronounce it? Idalia, yeah. 2023, which had Idalia, so yeah. So, Ida, Ian, and then Idalia. Thankfully, Idalia was not as bad at all like Hurricane Ian was. 125 miles an hour is weaker and not as catastrophic as 160. If it would have been 160, that would have been really bad. We could be dealing with 20 feet of storm surge. And the storm is not going to be the storm's not going to be moving slow. It's not going to be moving at 2-3 miles an hour. If that was the case, we would be still here for another like 6 hours waiting for it to make landfall. Because I think it was still quite a ways away from landfall. And in that case, it would be able to complete the Eyewall replacement cycle, and then we'd be dealing with probably 140 mile an hour hurricane at landfall, which would have been much worse. A little worse than what it is right now. What it is happening right now. Hello, paste. Send to James and my friend Walter. Alright, there you go. And not a lot to talk about, just sitting here and just watching what's going on. Alright. Comment any comments, questions, or concerns that you have. Feel free. Oh Jesus, I'm trying to adjust this. This thing just does not. There you go. Lord. Oh great. Oh okay. Now you don't want to stay where I put you. Okay. Yep, that makes sense, right? There's hair all over this. So many things here bother me. Also, once I do get my college degree in meteorology, I'll have a lot more to talk about because I'll have a lot more understanding of what's actually happening. And I'll have things I'll be able to talk about. Gosh. Oh, so I had these two cameras up. How bad is this looking here? Is it even that bad? Well, we're about to find out. It's really windy, I'll tell you that much. It's really windy. I wish I could see the forecast track for this, but weather radar. God, like they need some like right down here. What? This is down here, like they. Oh wow, Cedar Key's way down here. Wow, so it's just like a peninsula, like an island almost, like a little island nation down here. Not realize it was like an island, like literally like a little island made up of islands. Wow. Should I imagine owning one of these islands? I don't know, I'm just, there's no cameras on here either. They have an airport. What the hell? The hell, Cedar Key. Okay. Let's see what we have up here. Anything over here? Yeah, I didn't think so. There's Cedar Key. They're all out in Cross City. Not a single camera is online. Must be all power outages. How we looking here? Wow, like nothing. Like nothing, dude. What the heck? Like, this weather radar just not wanting to work? I mean, okay. That's pretty clear that's not wanting to work. Why the hell? I know these ones are gonna start. Okay, yeah, that's not. Oh, there we go. There we go. Wow, look at that. It's a police car. When they're starting to pick up here, which fudge. That's not making much sense. That's not right. It says here they're finding an air pressure of 872 millibars. Well, in that case, we have a category 6 on our hands. That's like 190 miles an hour right there. Outdoor temperatures 375.6 degrees. Alright. Well, at that point, we definitely have. Everyone would be dead. Humidity 0%. Okay. Well then. Wow. Friggin' camera are you looking at? Alright, so we do have this camera, and there's all these other cameras right directly in the path of it. Because it's gonna come, because I think it's going over here. So this camera might actually be in the direct path of it. Although, hey, I could be completely wrong, who knows. Got a couple more pictures I do want to show y'all. So this is going to be from Horseshoe Beach house roof. I'm going to just this for y'all. That's what y'all are looking at. Yeah, that's the storm surge. That's a building out there. Was a building. Or is a building, I don't know. This is what we're looking at with storm surge. It's really bad, really, really bad. And then just look at this overwash here. Look at that storm surge just coming right on across, like it's just like nothing. Dang, it's weakened pretty quickly. Eye of Idalia moving just inland from the Florida Big Bend coast. Catastrophic storm surge and damaging hurricane force winds continue. Maximum sustained winds are 120 miles an hour. Air pressure 950 millibars. Oh wow, look at this. Well, I can't show y'all, but try. 1 second, y'all. Just a nothing. Wow, we only have one camera online now. The bathroom again. I'm gonna have to get myself more coffee because I'm fresh out, unfortunately. Those winds are really beginning to pick up here. Power's probably gonna go out here momentarily. Until then, I'm gonna go get myself some more coffee. That's what we got here. Hurricane force winds, probably over 100 mile an hour sustained winds now. Oh, well, in order for me to get more coffee, it would be helpful for me to take the cup. Here we go. Mm-hmm. I got myself another cup. I could probably get a bigger cup because I'm going to be doing this quite a bit. Yeah, that's definitely approaching the Eyewall if that's not it yet. 100 plus mile an hour sustained winds there right now. There it is. That is by far definitely the eyewall of the hurricane there. 115, 120 mile an hour winds probably. But I'm impressed. I'm not going to touch anything. I'm just going to sit here and watch as we are getting this footage of this impressive eyewall of this hurricane right now. This is incredible right now. This is, at any second, I'm afraid if I do anything, it's just everything's gonna be ruined and everything's gonna be gone. But this is the eyewall of Hurricane Idalia. Oh god, it glitched for a second. Things are glitching. That is crazy. All cameras should be this tough and powerful. This is how cameras should be. Cameras shouldn't go offline. Gosh darn it. Absolutely, just honestly absolutely impressive today. Wow, power flashes. It's like, almost looks like an earthquake with how the camera's just shaking so violently. This camera, now we know. Good lord, that's a long video. That's a long update. It's good to see no one on the road. As these are definitely full-blown hurricane force winds. That is impressive. That's terrifying. Wow. I'm just gonna sit here and just enjoy some coffee. I don't know if you can hear that. The dogs or your friend's dogs are outside. They were barking. But I am very impressed that this camera is still online. I don't know how this is happening. In regards... Oh. Well. Wow. It's tree branches. You can see some tree branches blowing down the street. Yeah, high today. Thunderstorms in the area. Light winds from the south at 120 miles an hour. To be fair, in these conditions, I would be driving slow. I'd be flying home right now. Although, I don't know. I'd be so terrified trying to get in the house right now. If I didn't know what was going on, I'd be really scared. Be like, where did this come from? Although, to be fair, everyone knew that there was a hurricane coming. You didn't tell us. Everyone knew. There was a hurricane coming to the Big Bend area for over a week. Well, I don't know how long ago. Probably a week. Roughly a week. Well, since our general idea that there was going to be a hurricane in Florida for about a week. A system heading towards the Floridian Peninsula for about a week. An area of the cone of uncertainty, essentially. That is crazy. I cannot believe this camera is still on and alive. This is it's amazing. It's great. It's great that we're able to see this. Not great that this is happening, because this is absolutely unfortunate and catastrophic for people living in Florida and really all across the southeast. Because it's not just Florida that gets impacted. Remember, these conditions and the effects of these storms go on beyond the immediate area impacted by where it makes landfall, where the worst of the winds make landfall, where the center makes landfall. I mean, we were seeing all the way down in Tampa, Florida, where there was a couple feet of storm surge, and so all across Florida we're seeing effects. We were seeing tornado. No, I think that's it. I think the camera is out. I think they lost power. Darn. Alright. I think that is it. I think the power has gone out. But continuing on with my sentence. Oh, thank God we got it. Got it back. I was so worried there for a second. Come on. I don't want to refresh it. But the effects are going to go beyond just this immediate area of where the worst of the weather is going to be. You're going to have storm surge all the way down there in Tampa and St. Petersburg, Florida. You're going to have flooding. We are having tornadoes in Georgia and in Florida. Sounds so weird to say tornadoes in Georgia and Florida. We're having storm surge, obviously, going to be from Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, even up into North Carolina, and possibly some bigger waves and smaller inundations of storm surge in Southern Virginia. 6 inches of storm surge, right? But you're going to have a few feet of storm surge even into North Carolina, and you're going to have lots of flooding. Again, 6 to 8 inches of rain is possible. Now, the good news about this hurricane is it's not going to be slow moving. It's not going to be here for 2-3 days, slowly moving over Florida, dumping 20, 30, 40 inches of rain over the course of 36 hours. This is going to be in on and out here. It's moving to the northeast or northeast at like, what is this, for 13 miles an hour or something like that? Idalia has become the first Category 3 hurricane to strike the Taylor County since records began in 1850. Not surprised. Impressive. Crazy and scary for people living in this area. But honestly, with how climatologically speaking, you look at how the weather has gotten worse. You know, Hurricane Harvey. I mean, even back in the early 2000s, we've had a lot of bad hurricanes. But I really think it's starting to ramp up now with all these hurricanes recently. I mean, you got Hurricane Dorian, which is obliterated Bahamas. I couldn't think of what's that country again? That's Bahamas. Hurricane Haiyan in Tacloban City, Philippines, in November 8th, 2013, 196 miles an hour. Typhoon Tip, 1970, I think it was also 190 miles an hour. Hurricane Patricia, 200 miles an hour. Hurricane Harvey, 130 miles an hour. Hurricane Irma, 185 miles an hour. Hurricane Michael in the Panhandle. That was the strongest hurricane to ever make landfall in the Panhandle of Florida, which was 160 miles an hour since records began over 170 years ago. NOAA National Ocean Service tide gauge at Cedar Key, Florida. Oh, wow. 6 feet. Wow. It's getting up there. 6 feet. And that internet, that electricity, and that internet is giving its all. 120 miles an hour, and it's just holding on by a couple threads. I don't know if it's got much left in it. Got much left until the power goes out, but I mean, full blown 120, 125 mile an hour sustained winds is that Eyewall here in this area. This is seriously really fun and fascinating to do. You know, tracking hurricanes and watching them and studying them and predicting them. No, my predictions were complete garbage, and I should have known it was going to be much stronger. I was just like, category 2, 115, 110, 115 probably at most. But, you know, once I get a degree, I'm going to have a better understanding of hurricanes. I'm going to have a better understanding of what's going on, and I'm going to have a better idea of how to predict them and things to look at. This camera's it's giving me anxiety. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. It's giving me anxiety. Oh, Jesus. How the hell? I have 2 cameras on there. Wow, look at that, y'all. That is absolutely terrifying. That's 120 mile an hour sustained winds, full-blown hurricane force winds right there. Not going to move it, not going to touch it, just going to let y'all watch it. And then as this makes its way off to the north, we will just continue watching it. Look at all those bits of debris just flying by. How the wind blows the rain on the ground. Every once in a while you can see bits of debris. It's either debris, I guess. Yeah, that's more, actually, that's water. The wind, I think, is blowing so hard, there's water accumulating on the back of the camera and it's being blown around it or something. I don't know, it's hard to explain. But that's water being blown around the camera, I think. Because the winds are blowing that hard. $120 miles an hour. This is absolutely impressive and also terrifying at the same time. Wow, look at that. I don't know how there's still power. You know what's funny is the littlest thunderstorms can disrupt stoplights at an intersection. But you put a Category 3 hurricane, it's fine. It's fine, it'll be fine. But oh, just a little thunderstorm, a little thunderstorm, little lightning, and it's off and it's done for 6 hours straight until someone comes out and fixes it. But again, you put a Category 3 or 4 hurricane, it'll be fine. Oh my god. Move the camera. Shift it a little bit. Either that or someone's moving it. I don't know, but that is incredible. Wow. It's still really impressive how the cameras still have this much, we can still see, and the internet is good enough to where we can see this much of what's going on. I mean, it's just whiteout conditions right now. It's just pure 100% whiteout conditions. Now, usually you hear the term whiteout conditions. That usually refers to winter storms now. God dang, man. It would be really cool to do chasing like this and intercepting and watching storms like this, but with a bomb cyclone. So instead of seeing rain and stuff, you see snow blowing at 75, 60, 70 miles an hour. I also want to. It would be really fun and really cool to intercept like a bomb cyclone. That one in 2018, it was like 90 miles an hour, winds gusting to 120, 121 miles an hour. That one was really freaking cool. That was a historically powerful storm. That was purely a mid-tropical cyclone, but it was almost like the cousin of hurricanes of the winter, It was like a hurricane in the middle of the winter. Big, powerful. There was storm surge. There were waves. It was really, really fascinating. And I think we're going to see more like that over the next several decades with climate change, in my opinion. What's interesting about those is those are caused by the deep temperature gradients. The deep temperature gradients of the not just of the atmosphere, but of the water, and also as it strengthens, there's a very, very, very deep air pressure gradient with the storm. And that's what causes it to rapidly intensify, also known as bombogenesis, as the storm intensifies by 1 millibar an hour, or about 24 millibars over 24 hours. I'm really just going to end up drinking other coffee. Hey, it's keeping me awake and it's keeping me looking forward to everything going on. I need to stir up the coffee because I got like pure creamer at the bottom. It was so sweet. I was like, good lord. Is that a gas station? It's a Chevron. Wow, that's impressive. That is ridiculous. I'm surprised the Chevron station hasn't started deteriorating. Usually the siding comes off or you start to see some kind of damage. I don't really see any damage to this. Hey, maybe Chevron gas stations are just built differently, Because, I will say with Hurricane Michael, that gas station with Mark Sedith put a camera up near a gas station, and by the time it was all said and done, the whole gas station was pretty much just shredded to shreds. It was just destroyed. But this is what we're looking at right now: 120 mile an hour winds, gusts upwards of 160 miles an hour. This is a catastrophe for this part of Florida in terms of the wind speeds. The storm will continue making its way off to the north and to the east, and we will see lots of flooding, but the winds will continue. It will continue to be a hurricane for the rest of the day into tonight, and probably be a strong tropical storm by tomorrow morning, 60, 70 mile an hour winds. But by that point, the biggest threat is going to be the flooding. Right, I have to go to the bathroom, so I will be right back. House is much colder than the studio, or the bedroom rather. Okay. Wow, just again, we are still absolutely impressive hurricane. Those winds are just absolutely incredible. Oh, it's cold. Oh. I'm gonna do this and add a browser source. Okay. Just hold on momentarily. Just hold. Where is this here? just need a Control Alt. My God, those winds are crazy, huh? Alright, I think the wind's just gonna soon start calming down here shortly. Oh, I clearly didn't do that correctly. No, no, no. It's giving me anxiety. Jesus. Oh, is there any do auto update? Is that a thing? Properties. I don't know. I don't know if auto update's a thing, really. I don't. If I can do an auto update. Alright. Well, this camera's still. Where's my mouse at? Well, this camera's still live and going. These two cameras are still going. And I think it's going this general direction like this. Although it looks like every single one of these cameras is out already. All of these cameras are already off, not even online anymore. So that could be a bit of a problem. So we are still seeing absolutely, actually the other one seemed better. Oh well. So we're still seeing absolutely impressively strong winds still. All the other cameras north of that are offline for a quado big distance. I'm like, bruh, really? Bruh, where do you think you're going? Clearly a storm chaser. Assuming. Kind of chilly, to be honest. Now this one seems to be buffering a lot, and it's bothering me. I cannot believe I cannot seem to fathom the fact that these two cameras are still going wonderfully. No problems. Well, generally, no problems is what I probably should have said, because now this camera's not working anymore. Camera's off service, I think. I'm gonna hit refresh and see what I can do, but we may be down to only one camera left. Okay, where are my cameras at? Okay. There we go. Camera. Here we go. It's still there. Lord, I got a little really nervous for a second. I was like, oh my God, I don't think it's working anymore. Wow, that still just blows my mind how strong these winds are. Only thing they need to do is just add more cameras and then add weather stations to every single camera, and then have like a graphic so we can see what the exact conditions are, the air pressure, the wind speed, the temperature, the dew point, the wind direction, and stuff like that. And be like, oh, okay. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be really cool. It would take so much money though. Let me make it smaller. What do you mean? What do you mean make it display capture? What do you mean make it smaller? That's just gonna do this. Like that? I mean, I could do something like this, but like, it doesn't make any sense to do that, in my opinion. And if you're gonna add something, that makes sense. If you want me to add something, then that would make sense. I'm already out of coffee? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now. There, I can just do this. So I gotta have this, and then really I could just move this over here. Something like this, and then we'll have like other cameras or like other, well, not just cameras, but like, you know, other stuff. Yeah, other thingies. Cameras, satellite, radar, in the sense of that. Anything working over here. Clearly none of the cameras exist anymore. I guess they just all got blown off the face of the earth. Why does it keep doing this? Like... like, ah, shit. Gosh darn it. Oh my god, I have a lot of things open. Oh, wow. Stretch it out just a tad bit. Although I don't like how we basically have... Why this is... What? See, the thing is I need this to take up a majority of everything. I just need to figure some stuff out here. I'm just gonna... Oh wow, look at the damage left over. Okay, it's still really windy. Good lord. It's like a freaking earthquake. Browser 1280 by 720. I'm actually gonna make both of them. Okay. Scaling. Trying to figure this out how I... How do I... 1280. Okay, so... What is that? A width. 1280. Hold up. How do you... I just need to put it in the numbers. Oh my god, this is so bad. I don't know how to do this. Don't worry, or 12. I don't know which direction to go. Hold up, fuck. Hold up, I'm trying to figure out which one needs to be a 1280. Why? Okay. No. Well, that's not right. It's definitely not right. that's definitely not right. I don't think I know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna delete this and try this again. You know what? I honestly have no idea how to do this because it says the browser source would be at a width of 1280 and a height of 720. So a width. God, how the hell is this? So, I don't know what I'm doing. Help me. Fuck. Properties. Oh. Okay. Oh Lord. Okay. Width of 1280. Okay, there we go. 1280. Holy shit, that's huge. I have nowhere to put this then. like at all, literally. But I'm gonna just do some cropping here. Do all this. I could just shift you over here, and I could just shift you right here. Actually, we can just... I'll just do that. And then... Oh! Okay, I think I know what you mean. Okay. We can just leave this one... Oh, Lord Jesus, I don't know why I almost did there. We can leave this one relatively small. We can leave this one up here. And then we're going to do this. Browser source. Bingo. There we go. Like that. Not a problem. Okay. And then we're going to come down here. We're going to do this. Right click. And we click paste. Okay. But why is it so far over like that? It's like, no, I don't like it. I don't like this because then this... I'm curious if I click play, would it automatically start playing? I don't think that's how this works. No. Oh, I see why the winds are still so strong. They're getting the back winds now. How do I get this to play, though? I don't freaking know. What's going on there? Oh, okay. I don't know how to get it to play on this. Oh god, I feel so stupid. Don't know what I'm doing. Shit. Oh man. Revert the crop, right click browser source and click on interact. There we go. there we go. Bingo. I gotta go bathroom again, oh my god! Because I'm drinking like 35 gallons of coffee today. And that can be a bit of a problem after a bit. For sure. Most certainly. Most certainly it can be. It's almost 8 o'clock. Okay. I'm gonna click on refresh. Yep, there's only one camera that is currently working. Somehow it is still working. Oh, we've lost some frame rates. 1,300 frames we've lost. Oh, wow, Lord. Well, the damage is done. There's nothing I can do about it right now. It is what it is. One second. Bruh, no. I think officially it might be offline. Officially? I don't know. I don't know. Officially. If it's actually officially offline or if they're just... Oh, these are... Oh, wow. That would be nice right there for... Nope, it's still online. Please work. That would be great. And there's a pretty good chance it might actually be offline for good. So like, are all these cameras offline here? Okay, this camera's here still. I think all these cameras on I-10 are it's just not happening. No live feed? Too bad. Show me the video anyway. Oh, actually, that's a good video. Well, okay, I take it back. It's not incredible or anything, but interesting. For Hurricane to make a landfall here, that would be pretty sick to see, huh? Over in this area. Nothing. Nothing. At this time, I am of the belief that we do not have any more cameras. This is the only one that has any possibility of working, and we finally got it back. And we're still getting those strong, easily hurricane force winds and gusts above that too. I'm gonna get more coffee because I need to stay awake as long as I can today. going in here back in the studio. Y'all can just spark away. Whatever y'all are gonna do, I'll get it. I was drinking half my coffee that time. Oh, video's still up. We're doing pretty good right now. It's so freaking cold in their house, which I'm okay with. It's just drinking coffee to keep me awake. I like iced coffee. Yeah, I know. This is fun. It seriously is a lot of fun doing this. I love it. Oh, fair views. Not bad. We're not gonna get very many hours of watch time though. Like, if we had thousands and thousands of views, then we would be like an 100-hour watch time or something. How are we looking here? There it is. Yeah, I know it's not enough. And now why is it $20? That's what I want to know. Oh, it's $18 plus like $2 and something in tax. Yeah, I don't even have any money. I have $1.86. Okay, let's try this again. Let's just. There you go. There we go. We good. Go here, and go here, and I click on this. Wow, they've increased it. It was like $19 a month. Individual, family. There should be a college one for college students. So it's pretty expensive. Although I get paid tomorrow, so I'll be able to resume it. Weekend now, 110 miles per hour. Oh, that's interesting. Franklin and Idalia are the exact same intensity. Franklin 956 millibars, Idalia 957 millibars, only off by a single millibar. Yeah, it says once it gets over South Carolina and it begins to exit, they could still see winds upwards of 70 miles an hour. Started here. Yeah, peaked at 130 miles an hour. Now it's making its way through Florida. Not really much to say anymore. We're just watching the cameras and seeing what's happening next. That's really about it. We're probably in this pretty soon. And then I'll head home and we'll be able to resume the stream. Oh, that sound, man. The heck? Wow, 12 to 16 foot storms. That's that's incredible. And also terrifying at the same time. All at the same time. Alright, someone decided I'm just gonna drive through the grass. It'd be really bad if yeah, that could have been really bad, buddy. Especially if you would have gotten stuck in the mud, because that ground I know is soft. It's been raining like all morning. No way, shape, or form is that ground gonna really be. Wow. 3 to 5 foot storm surge in South Carolina. Oh my lord, why does this gotta happen all the... I mean, it's okay that it happens, it's just something I can do about it. Yeah, we still only have one camera on, we still only have one camera live. And literally no other camera in the area over here. We just got these down here. And then some, I thought we'd have some in St. Petersburg, but Like over here we got some, but I guess we'll try this one in Perry again. I still don't know how this one's live. What did I just do? Probably gonna end this off here momentarily, as there are no other cameras to really look at, and the conditions here are starting to quickly dwindle. Probably still seeing at least 70, 75 mile an hour winds. Winds are quickly dwindling down. Not really a lot else to talk about, as we have been live here for about 3 hours now. So we have talked about a lot. I've been live for a long time. I woke up at like 4 this morning to watch this, and it's now freaking 8 a.m. So. Feel free to comment any other questions that you have, and we're just gonna wrap this stream up. Not too much else to talk about, as the storm has come to an end. Well, okay, the storm has come to an end, but there's not a lot of activity going on with this right now. And that's me for today, guys. Thank you all for watching. Just gonna check one last thing, see if there's anything else I need to really talk about. Thank you all for watching. This is gonna be it for the stream for today. Thank you for watching, and we will do a stream once I get home. Thank you for watching, and peace out.